Okay, this video is called Mcdougall is Right on Fire and Starch. So what this is about is there's a debate in the nutrition community, especially amongst the vegans, about are humans supposed to mostly eat fruits or are they supposed to mostly eat starch? What the fruitarians will say is that humans have color vision, unlike the carnivores that have black and white vision, and the reason for the color vision is to be able to see when fruits are ripe. Therefore, we're designed to eat primarily fruits. Whereas what Mcdougall would say was, oh no, humans right from the beginning had the capacity to make fire and they ate cooked starch. Okay? And I had not studied it in the past. I hadn't been interested in the question. And so I kind of doubted in my mind's eye if when humans first arrived on the planet, Adam and Eve were made, did they know how to cook starch? But for what it's worth, I just heard this. I'm listening to some historical video, and it talked about Homo erectus, theoretically a more primitive hominid primate than humans, theoretically a possible precursor to humans, but I don't think so. But anyways, Homo erectus had fire. There's good historical evidence that Homo erectus had fire. And it's strongly believed that Homo sapiens, humans, like us modern humans, had fire right from the beginning. So Mcdougall was right about that, and that they cooked food. So anyways, here's a painting. It's called Cro-Magnon Man. And Cro-Magnon Man is Homo sapiens, modern human, painting on a cave wall. The cave is Font du Gaume in France with controlled fire. You know, his friends are holding up fire for the artist to paint by. This guy, Charles Robert Knight, is an interesting artist. He is, I'll look him up some more, but he's a bit of a paleontologist himself. He's worth a video on. He made beautiful paintings of dinosaurs. I'll do that in a separate video. But anyways, there it is. Mcdougall is right. Humans had fire from the start and could eat cooked starch. So I think we're made to eat both. It's natural to eat fruits. We love, you put a bowl of fruits on a table, we salivate. Like I said, if you're walking down a path in a forest or jungle and you see, a dead deer, animal carcass on the ground, the flies buzzing around it, you have a feeling of disgust, okay? You don't want to get on your knees and take a bite out of it, but if you have a cat, your cat would. Okay, we don't have the flat teeth that penetrate its hide. On the other hand, if we put a bowl of fruits out on the table, you would salivate. We're made for that. We love to eat fruits. Okay, we love the sweet taste of fruits, the texture of fruits, the way they look. Okay, so anyways, I think we're made to eat both of them. Now, Mcdougall will say, you give him the typical person who's sick, middle-aged and older, he says, tell him to eat 90% starch, 5% fruits, 5% veggies. And the reason he would say that is that's simple to remember. And he said, that's what all the large, healthy populations eat. Starch is a lot easier to store. You can store it without refrigeration for prolonged amounts of time. Fruits, they tend to spoil very quickly. They're seasonal. And even in the modern world, they're expensive. So Mcdougall says there's no large fruitarian populations anywhere in the world. All the large, healthy populations are starchivore. So I think fruits are certainly a wonderful food. I myself eat about 35% of my calories from fruits, 5% from veggies, and the other 60% from starch. But anyways, I thought this was kind of cool, the history of Homo erectus and early Homo sapiens, the first Homo sapiens having fire. So Mcdougall was right in that sense. But, both the raw-eating fruits people and the starch-eating people, starchivores, frugivores, they're both right that fruits and vegetables are very good for us.